This is my tank. It's not much to look at right now. But hopefully someday it's going to be bursting with sea life and coral and all sorts of other little creepy crawly living things. I think it's a 55 gallon. My wife says it's a 50 gallon. She's probably right because she's the one that bought it and has been using it. We've had it as a freshwater tank. It's had African cichlids, South American cichlids in it, community fish, and most recently we did some killifish in it. But we got tired of doing freshwater tanks after about 17 years of doing them, so we've decided to do our first saltwater. So either this is going to turn out awesome, or it's going to be a huge waste of money, and I'm going to hate the entire thing. So right now it's empty, and we bought a few things to go ahead and get it started. We're going to start out with these items right here. We've got some basic very fine sand to go in it. We've got some live sand, which may or may not be alive, may not have anything in it. And then we've got some crushed coral type to add a little different texture to the sand, hopefully to regulate our pH values and everything else that goes into making a tank. Now I am by no means an expert in saltwater. In fact, I haven't ever done it before or ever taken a class on how to do it or really read anything on how to do it. But this is going to be a learning process. We're going to figure it out and we're going to get it started. And here we go. This is one of the things that I'm putting in the bottom of my tank. It's the Caribbean puka shells. It actually is much cooler than I thought it was going to be. I dumped it out here in the bottom of the 50-gallon tank, and it's got all sorts of cool little shells and shell fragments in it. There's a ton of it, but it's pretty neat, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit more than I thought I was, try to get some of that to the top, because I think it'll look really, really cool in there. Alrighty, it's been a few days. I've got the tank set up. I've got the live sand in there. I've got the crushed coral in there and crushed shells. And I had a little bit of light on it, let it cycle for a while. I've changed the filter pad a few times, trying to get it cleaned up. It's a little cloudy right there because I just did a little bit more scrubbing on it. But I think now we're ready for a little bit of live rock. So I went to a local place called Saltwater Island here in St. Louis. Picked up a few pieces of live rock. We're going to go ahead and throw those guys in there. Start the process of cycling through the aquarium. Let these guys go ahead and cure out in there. I'm going to be buying much more expensive live rock here in probably a couple of weeks. And I want to make sure that my tank is as good as it can be before I put that in, so I can reduce the amount of die-off that I'm eventually going to have. But I want to make sure that we have as little bit as possible. So we're going to get this cool stuff thrown in there. It's got a lot of cool algae growths on it. Some old dead coral here, which may or may not have the ability to come back. I'm doubtful, but we're going to give it a shot. And got it sitting right here in another aquarium that I just bought because I'm spending entirely too much money on this. But we're going to go ahead and throw these few pieces of live rock in here. This is only about 6 pounds or so, not nearly enough for a 50-gallon tank here. We're going to throw it in and see what it looks like. Here we are. We've got the live rock in the tank doing its thing, and ready to go on to the next step. We got the protein skimmer on its way, bigger, larger canister filter. We got power heads coming, new heater, new lighting system, everything we're going to need to try to do this tank right. And I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. If you'd like to see where it goes, make sure you hit the like and subscribe right down there at the bottom, and you can follow this process. Hopefully it's going to turn out pretty awesome, or like I said, it could turn out awful, and that's going to be fun to watch too. If you do subscribe, you may also get some monster trucks in there, some video games, all things that are cool as hell. So if you like aquariums or things that are cool as hell, go ahead and hit like and subscribe down there at the bottom. Thanks.